This Hayabusa has seen it all, from hill climbs to sand dunes and even the snow. But I rolled it off a mountain, completely totaling it, and somehow the engine still works. So today, we're giving the Hayabusa what it always wanted, to be a dirt bike. So first, we need to rip the 200 horsepower Hayabusa motor out so we can put it into this dirt bike. We're gonna have a Hayabusa powered dirt bike. This thing is gonna be unreal. Let's get started. First step of the build is to remove the Hayabusa roll cage. Lucky for me, the crash already did most of this. The cage saved the engine. Look at this thing. It is mangled. Now that the cage is off, we've got access to the radiator, so that has to go. I'm very happy to see the engine still has coolant. Next up is removing the headers, and just like the radiator, these are totally fine. The cage really did its job. Now that the headers are out of the way, I can yank this oil cooler off. And just like the coolant, I'm happy to see that the engine still has oil, because I don't know what kind of damage the crash did. For all I know, there could be a hole in the engine. Next up is the airbox, and the airbox was not as lucky as the radiator and the oil cooler. It is destroyed. So the cage mounts to the bike in 6 places. 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and 2 on the bottom side. Everything snapped off, but 2 spots. So this frame is totaled. Luckily, the engine looks fine. I definitely thought I was gonna have to replace something on the engine. I figured a case was gonna be cracked, at least something would be broken, but I think we got super lucky. So all there's left to do, unbolt this from the frame and then drop it out from underneath the bike. The motor is secured with special nuts that you need special tools for, but I have a hammer, so I'm having no problem getting those off. Time to get the Hayabusa off the ground so I can remove the forks. Now the final step is to drill out the broken frame. And just like that, we've got the power plant for our Hayabusa dirt bike. This thing is huge, 1340 cc's, inline 4, 200 horsepower. It's gonna be unreal once we get it into the bike. Okay, it's a little too heavy for me to carry across the garage. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's disassemble the bike. To get the Busa motor in this dirt bike, I'm gonna have to cut the frame up, so I need to strip it down all the way. So first things first, the side panels have to go, and of course, the gas tank too. Now that those are out of the way, let's get these forks off. With the forks gone, it doesn't really look like a dirt bike anymore, which is good, because I need to strip this frame completely down to see if we can even get this Hayabusa motor in there. Final step is to remove the triple clamps. There's a couple nuts holding these on. Again, you're supposed to use special tools, but a normal crescent wrench will work. Frame is prepped. Now it's time to cut it. The engine is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. So hopefully we can make it fit. Now there's definitely no going back. Cutting the frame up is pretty simple. I just need to get rid of everything that's in the way, which is the entire bottom frame. Check this out. So we've got the engine stuffed into the frame. It's no longer a dirt bike. It's basically just an engine. This thing is huge. I can't even believe, it looks like a cartoon. So we're at the most important part, which is welding the engine to the frame. I think everything's lined up. It looks pretty good. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, Matt, why don't you just build a chassis for the Hayabusa engine? Well, I want it to still handle like a dirt bike. So I'm trying to keep all of this OEM, so it has the same geometry of a dirt bike, so it feels like a dirt bike. I want it to be to where anyone can hop on it and just ride it and have 200 horsepower, have the fun of the Hayabusa, but not have it be sketchy like the Hayabusa. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Hayabusa dirt bike was terrifying to ride. It was not good. It didn't handle right. It barely turned at all. If we're able to do this correctly, it's going to feel like a dirt bike with 4 times the power, which should be sick. That's what I'm going for. I just want a super powerful dirt bike. I've got some welding to do here, and we don't need a bottom part because these Hayabusa engines, they are the frame, so they're structural, so you can use the engine as the frame. So we just need top mounting points to where when we land off a jump, the engine won't fall out from underneath the bike. Okay, let's do some welding. All right, here goes nothing. Yeah, didn't move it. So when you weld aluminum with all this heat, it pulls the metal together. So it just misaligned the frame. So we gotta realign everything now. Sweet. Okay, we've got the two back engine mounts. Now we need to bend a tube from this plate up into the frame. And those are gonna be our two main engine mounts.